Is Wednesday, and February is winding down. My name is Chris Mary Holtman. With me, I have Nick E. Anderson, and this is the Wrestling Guild podcast. A podcast where we talk exclusively so far about Impact Wrestling and all its shows. But right now, it seems like quite enough to talk about, since we're getting like a pay-per-view or a special almost like every other week.
It's just amazing, just perfect.
It's just perfect.
It's
just
it
the way,
is, man.
Just the way you like it.
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about Impact, which was on, it was last Thursday, so it would have been the 15th, right?
Yeah.
15th of February. So, how did you like this episode, this edition of Impact Wrestling?
Overall, I'm really happy, satisfied. I think we had some really good matches. There was always some action going on, and I really didn't. There was only maybe one or two matches that were a bit boring, but rather than that, I mean, this is a really good episode. Quite amazing.
I thought so, too. I thought that this was an amazing episode. I thought that this was great. It fired on all cylinders. But this was really, really good. Let's get into it. The show opens with Sami Callihan versus Bobby Lashley. This is the first time that you get to see Sami Callihan wrestle, right?
Yeah, in action. Yeah.
Well, he did wrestle at the Barbed Wire Massacre, but he wasn't actually that involved. I think it was mostly OV and Santana and Ortiz.
Yeah, it was pretty much standing there.
Yeah. So this time was Sami Callihan versus Bobby Lashley. This, to me, was an awesome match.
It was a great match. I mean, we had some good back and forth. And they both are kind of on the same level. Like, even though Bobby is like a walking tank, Sami knows what to do. Like, he has the strength.
I think this was a good showcase for Sami because, they made Sami Bobby Lashley's equal. There would have been really no point in just having Lashley come out and destroy Sami Callihan here. Big, nice counters, good back and forth, as you said. Sami Callihan spitting in his hand and slapping Bobby Lashley. Signature move from Sami Callihan. I don't know what you felt about that, but
no, it was amazing.
Was it amazing?
No. Did you see that when he put it like spit on his hand and then slapped him?
That's what I was talking about. The one.
That's the slap you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just disgusting. Just had to say. I mean, I would have shot his ass if he did that to me.
Oh, really?
Straight up. Or pull out a gun and shoot him. All right, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so, that happens. Lashley hits the spear on Sami Callihan and is about to pin him, but OVE come in and the match is thrown out. Eddie Edwards comes in for the save after Bobby Lashley gets attacked by OVE. And that will set up, I think, the plan going forward here, or what is going to happen is Eddie Edwards and Bobby Lashley are going to take on OVE. And there was... What?
No, who did Bobby throw from the ring? That was just cool.
He threw one of the Chris brothers. I don't know.
It was right. That was amazing. Did you guys should have seen that? Wow, that was really cool. I like that.
And then we had an interview with Eli Drake, where he says it's basically not a rematch. He's still the champ.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I mean, You gotta understand that this is Eli. It's not a normal person. Like, he never does anything wrong. And he basically kind of says that, you know, he's the greatest and blah, 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 and I'm the best guy in the world, and, like, you haven't beat me, and he says dummy, and he then says that's not an insult, that's just a fact of life, and just goes on and tries to destroy him by just saying words here and there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, obviously he doesn't really have a point there, because I mean, he started the match, so he definitely did lose the championship on legally. It's different from say like Alberto, who kind of relinquished the title. You can't say he didn't really lose it. Okay, next we have a vignette for Cage, who is coming later in the episode. LAX is in the clubhouse. They talk about Trevor Lee and Conley.
Yeah, they were like planning something, right?
Yeah, and Conan sends Homicide down to Mexico for some reason. I don't know if that's what they're going to do with that, but he's going to take care of that paper, which I guess is money.
Yeah.
This is what they're talking about. Yeah, and then we have the GWN moment of the week.
Oh my God!
This wasn't that long ago, but you did not see this, I don't think.
How did I not see this?
No, because this is before you started watching.
Oh, come on! This was amazing.
It was when Braxton Sutter was going to marry Laurel Van Ness. This is when Laurel Van Ness goes crazy.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But because when you started watching, she was already crazy.
Yeah, she was like going around in a wedding dress.
Yeah, and this is the wedding.
This is the wedding, yeah.
And I mean, the thing of the people getting married in the ring, which never works out. That never happens in wrestling. Jay Lethal was going to marry SoCal Val, but Sanjay Dutt broke it up. Who else? Bully Ray was getting to marry Hulk Hogan's daughter, Brooke Hogan, in the ring, but then Aces and Eights came and broke it up. Weddings never go as planned in wrestling.
Never a good thing in wrestling.
Never a good thing in wrestling. And then it's the same here. The thing is that Mike Bennett, the guy who was like kind of drunk, he was like the best. He is the best in this. It's just funny as hell. But anyway, does that give you a deeper understanding of it all?
I mean, yeah, but what actually happened to Ali and Sutter? Because they're like right now they're not with each other, so it didn't go all through, or
we don't know. And maybe this is actually like something that's gonna kind of remind us, or I don't know, because if you didn't watch the Twitch stream, for instance, then you didn't see that Braxton Sutter was there with Ali, right?
Yeah.
So then you don't know, kind of, that there's still a thing. But if you only watch Impact, you don't see any of that. So this might be a thing where they kind of like remind you, there is a Braxton Sutter.
Oh yeah, sure.
And that maybe, maybe he's coming back. Maybe they're bringing him back in.
Yeah, there's still like a possibility.
And that's why they showed this, to kind of remind you. Otherwise, there was really no point.
Yeah. Oh well, it was funny. I mean, that
was the point. Yeah. The good stuff. Good stuff. Ali arrives at the arena, gets a note telling her to meet up in some kind of tunnel.
Yeah.
Never a good idea.
Yeah.
You and I know that whenever you and I get a note that says that we have to go meet somebody in the tunnel, we usually don't go.
We lock our doors and put chains on the doors.
Yes, exactly. That's what we do. So that Austin Aries talks about his defense. It talks all about his titles that he's won, and we're going to see all those titles because he brings them to the ring at the main event. And then we have Hana versus Rosemary. How did you like this?
Also, it was an okay match. Rosemary did fine. Nothing really special. Hana wasn't good though. Like, she has potential, and she has good moves, good strength. Like, she knows what to do. She doesn't seem to be insecure. So I think there's some great potential right there, but I was expecting maybe more from Rosemary. Maybe it's just the easing up for her. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I know. Yeah, me too. I thought that this match was a little sloppy. I don't know if it was Hanaya's fault or what, if they just don't gel, if they didn't have chemistry. I mean, I just saw the match between Casey Spinelli and Rosemary on the One Night Only. That was an awesome match. So yeah. I mean, I'm thinking that it had something to do that they just maybe didn't rehearse it enough, or whatever it is. But Rosemary wins with a reversal because Hanaya goes for a crossbody. Rosemary turns it over, gets the win. Hanaya attacks Rosemary, but Rosemary wins out in the end. So this feud continues. Yeah,
which is a good thing, because, I mean, Rosemary is always a funny character to have something involved with. Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm satisfied.
Yeah. Then we have Matt Sydal coaching Johnny Impact, which is interesting because I think Johnny Impact has, I don't know actually, who has the longer career, Sydal or Johnny Impact. But anyway, he's getting very much into the whole Indian thing, the whole like yogi kind of stuff. So we'll see where that goes. And EC3 reveals his mystery partner, your guy, Tyrus.
Yeah.
Were you happy? Were you happy to see Tyrus come back?
I had to. I mean, if I was right there, I had to like look up. Jeez, that guy is like a walking tank times 3. I don't know. Really, really big, really intimidating. I was really excited for the match there.
Wow. Yeah. And, I mean, Tyrus left. I mean, he was in it before, but he left because of issues with Jeff Jarrett. But now Jeff Jarrett's gone, so they could bring him back in.
Yeah, because he wasn't really doing that much back in the days.
No, he was basically like EC3's sidekick for a while and did some other things. But we'll see where we go. I mean, I think it'd be difficult when you're a wrestler and you get brought into a company or brought back into a company and they just, like, don't really do anything with you. It's like Chris Adonis. I mean, what does he really do apart from being like Eli Drake's sidekick? I mean, he doesn't wrestle that much. He basically just kind of stands around. And if I was a wrestler and that was like my job, then
maybe it's time to move on.
Well, I mean, and he has, he is gone from the company. But I mean, the thing is that sure, it's nice to get a paycheck by just standing there. But on the other hand, you train and you practice and you get an education to be something, and then you don't work as it. You just work as basically the extra. Feel that's good. Anyway, Allie finds a note again, and then she's attacked by Laurel Van Ness, who jumps out. So it wasn't Braxton Sutter.
I was actually, I thought first when I was watching, I thought it was Sutter, but no, we had Mr. Van Ness, like hiding in a box.
And then
that's the best hiding place, really.
And then Allie hits her with that box of chocolates. And then just...
Jeez, that poor chocolate.
And just takes her off. That was funny. I like that. It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time had by all. Puts her back in the box. EC3, Tyrus versus Johnny Impact and Matt Sydal. How did you like this match?
I mean, it was a good match, but I don't know. There was something off in this match. I should be satisfied. I mean, we have some really good wrestlers here, good potential, and I mean, everyone tried and did their best, but the match just felt a little slow.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you say?
No, I mean, I liked it. I didn't think it. I didn't find that it was slow at all. I thought it was quite quite fun. And it was what it needed to be. I thought Tyrus got a lot of moves in and stuff like that as well. AEC3 wins by cheating, so I don't know where this leaves the whole story. I'm guessing this is going to continue.
Yeah. I mean, when someone cheats, they obviously, the opponents know that, and they want to seek revenge. So, yeah, typical.
Yeah, we have Jimmy Jacobs and Congo Kong. They go to Joseph Park's office. Parks isn't there, and Kong tears the place up. That's basically it.
Pretty much. They forgot that lamp in the corner. How can you forget the lamp? You need to throw the lamp. Catch it. So.
And then we had the debut of Brian Cage, and he faced the jobber John Cruz. I mean, you knew how this was going to end.
Obviously, yep.
But how did you like the way it was done? What was your impression of Brian Cage?
Maybe a walking tank times 2. I mean, he's really big. And I mean, he's really big. And I think he can do like wrestling really, really good. And I think he can wrestle really, really good in the ring. And I think he's going to be successful there. But at the same time, do you really need to get a jobber in to show that he is good? I mean, I don't know. I think that's quite sad.
We've had this conversation before, though. I mean, you have to have a jobber that comes in to make. I mean, who is he going to face? He's not going to face Bobby Lashley in his first match. I mean, who is he going to face? He just has to show that he can dominate, like he's a monster.
Yeah, it's totally true. I mean, they don't really have any options, and I'm just here complaining. Yeah, true.
Anyway, Brian Cage wins easily with Weapon X, I think. I mean, he uses a finishing move called Weapon X, which doesn't look like the move that he did, the finisher that he did. The one Weapon X that I've seen looks differently, but he called out Weapon X when he was going to do the move, so he screamed it, but I don't know. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Brian Cage. He's a great athlete. I don't know, did you used to watch Vine back in the day?
Well, you mean, watch, the app,
Yeah, did you watch it? Did you like...
No, well...
Did you like looking at Vines? Was that a thing that you did?
Yeah, it was funny, yeah.
Yeah, there was a Vine that was really big, viral, where a guy had put a Post-it sticker on a big muscular guy's back, and he can't take it off because he's too big. He can't reach around. Did you see that, Vine?
It rings a bell.
That's Brian Cage. The guy who got the Post-it on his back was Brian Cage.
It's actually really funny. You should put down Lashley. Oh, well.
You can go look it up.
Yeah.
And now Vine, I guess, is returning with Vine 2.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Because they said we're shutting down, and now all of a sudden, no, we're back. What? Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway.
I ain't complaining.
No. Anyway, next we have Conley and Lee, who are looking for LAX. They find Falaba eating M&Ms in a closet.
I mean, is that what he does in the breaks? He just sits there and he eats some M&Ms, and then he's trying to hide it. And oh, well, you already saw it.
And then
so.
Trevor Lee yells at him.
It's they're obviously trying to find LAX. They're really pumped up. They really want to destroy LAX, but all they seem to find is some Falaba and some cats.
And they see the Mumbai cats, and they attack him. And Sanjay Dutt, or actually Josh Matthews, they point out that the Mumbai cats that they found in India or whatever, that was actually Lee and Conley. So that's why they knew that it wasn't the real Mumbai cats. But anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have the X Division Championship match, Phantasma versus Ishimori. What say you about this match?
I think Phantasma, Mr. Ghost here, he's good. I think he is really good. I think he does really well at wrestling. But when he faces Ishimori, the god of wrestling almost.
Oh, you're all of a sudden like this huge Ishimori fan.
The Ishimori, he just does it really well. I don't know what is up with it. He has high-flying moves, hard-hitting. He knows how to execute his moves. I don't know. He just seems, in comparison to Phantasma, he just seems a bit slow. Ishimori is too fast.
Yep. It was all very, very good. This was an excellent match. Moonsaults coming out on the outside. There was so much stuff. It's not you can't even talk about how many things actually happened. There was so much. And in the end, Ishimori wins with the 450 splash. But this was an awesome match. I think it was it just showed how good the wrestlers in Impact really are.
Absolutely. Wow.
And then we end the show with another, to me, great match, which is Eli Drake versus Austin Aries for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is the first time you've seen Austin Aries wrestle for real.
Yeah, for real. And I think it's the best match I've ever seen almost. I mean, it was straight up with you. Like, this was an awesome match. Really good back and forth. Plot twist, left and right. You don't even know what's coming next. Like, you have no clue. You're not going to say, oh, well, he's going to win now. Because he pins him, he comes out of it, and then he pins him, and he comes out of it, and he goes just back and forth. It's crazy. It's intense. I was screaming at the computer. It was amazing. It was,
So you liked it?
Yeah.
In short.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yes, this was an awesome, and it shows really. I mean, Austin Aries is definitely one of the best, like, ever. No, maybe not ever, but he is definitely one of the best wrestlers right now. And this just showed it. Eli Drake just keeps. I mean, he gets better and better all the time. He did a moonsault, like a lion salt, as it's called, because he bounced off the ropes. And you haven't seen him do that before. You've seen him do like kind of like a flying elbow. But
not
and what's his face? Chris Adonis didn't do anything again, but he got his ass beat.
Yeah, and that really felt good in my heart, because it's always Chris that wants to cheat and always wants to help Eli. And when he gets a fist to his face, it really warms my heart. It just felt really good.
So that was it. That was this edition of Impact Wrestling. Austin Aries once again stands tall. He hits the Brainbuster and wins. Excellent match. Excellent all around. I had a good time. You had a good time.
Yeah.
The audience actually in the Impact Zone here, they were in Orlando, Florida, actually seemed to be into the show, and it was cool.
Oh yeah, and now when we don't have JB, I think we really got a good, the new guy, and we're like new, but
Sanjay Dutt.
I mean Sanjay, he does it really well.
Yeah, and the thing is, I thought in the beginning. I think it was maybe the first match, or if it was the Rosemary match, there seemed to be something wrong with the sound, because it was silent for quite some time, and then Sanjay Dutt started talking about something that I didn't understand what they were referring to. Like it was just a continuation of a conversation that they had before.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, like Josh is just like, oh, he did this and he did that, but Sanjay actually like calls it out.
Yeah, because he was talking about, there's a tope con hilo, there's a golden moonsault. You know, he was doing a bunch of, he called the moves, which, as I said, and which I wrote in my column about the commentary, the need for good commentary. Anyway, so that was that. How would you rate this show?
I mean, wow, we had some really good matches, really good wrestlers. It has to be like a B plus, a solid B plus.
I would also give it a B plus. We are in agreement this time.
Wow, what an episode! I really advise people to watch this.
Yes. Yes. Well, that was it. That for this show. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and Soundcloud and Stitcher and anywhere else that you might be able to find. Facebook. That was one. Facebook. Find us on Facebook too. Not Vine too.
Oh yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Anyway, so tomorrow the plan is that tomorrow we talk about Canadian Clash, the one night only. Are you game?
I am totally up for that. Sadly, it's just like 1 hour though, so it's.
No, it's longer than that. What are you watching? Because we had this conversation online yesterday. I don't know what is so difficult with finding. It's like 2 hours and 47 minutes.
It is. Okay.
You said you watched the whole thing.
Yeah, well, I did. It was only 1 hour, so that's what I watched. We had some Rosemary action, some Desmond action.
Yeah, those were the two first matches.
Oh, so that was only the beginning.
And then the third match is Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
Is a 4-way X Division match with Jimmy Jacobs, for instance.
No. Yeah, I know what's up now. No, yeah.
Oh, you know what's up?
It's not only 1 hour. Yeah.
It maybe felt like only 1 hour. Because time flew by.
Time flew. Yeah, most probably. No, I know what's up now. Yeah, we'll definitely do it tomorrow. It'll be great.
Yes. Well, for a very confused Nick E. Anderson, I am Chris Mary Holtman, and we will talk to you tomorrow for our one night only special.
Austin rocks.
He does.